And we are live. No, kitty on my head this time. This is probably a one-time thing. One moment, folks. Let me get through my social stuff. How the heck do I have 3 likes on that thing already? Okay, then. I don't get how I have 3 likes on it already, but okay. Trail? How about trial? Hello, welcome back. You're the only other person here, as of right now. But I am doing wonderful, thanks for asking. Yeah, that'll do it. Ugh, excuse me. Come on, Facebook, work with me here. Metal. Huh. Oh, come on. Fetch the dang preview. Please. Thank you. Meh. Come on. Come on. Come on, Facebook. You're like the slowest one here. Thank you. pull the chat up on my phone before I forget. Oop. Okay, so get rid of that. Alrighty, give me a sec while I pull up the camera. One moment. And speaking of which, well, let me get my face on screen first. Screen share is coming up. And there we go. Hello. Actually, as I just posted on Twitter, my laptop just came today. So, I will be messing with that in the coming days, but I'm gonna make sure that I press through Danganronpa. I don't need you. So, I think maybe on Friday or sometime within the coming week, I may just sit down and do a very long live stream to, like, get through a lot more of the content than I would on just a simple stream like this. But we'll see what happens. But in any case, let us focus on the class trial at hand. Oh boy, that's gonna be loud. Yep. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be loud. Ooh. I knew that was gonna be loud. And there we go. Let's go the long way, 'cause why not? Hey, random thing. Check the pet real quick before I step into this. In any case, let's go. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And soon enough. Hi.
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, jerk, hold it right there.
Monomi's such a dumb child.
What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Hey!
My brain works just fine.
Hey!
Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru?
Hmm.
I see. So you've come to avenge him.
That's...
Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say, oops.
I actually like the voice I do for Monokuma. Surprisingly, people have said that it's actually very accurate.
Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Besides, I don't think he'd be able to do much of the class trial anyways if he did show up right now. Because he wasn't able to search everything. So.
Bye-bye!
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on! I won't let you escape!
Hey!
Hey, did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well...
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nakamura will die.
Why are you so excited about that?
How about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
What do you yearn for?
What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then, let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with.
Yeah, you're right. I love all these beeps. Sonia, you gotta say something?
Hyoko, it must be my fault after all.
Well?
Then, I must learn the truth behind this murder most foul. Now then, let us proceed.
I kind of just want to see like what some of these guys actually say here, because I don't necessarily stop to like see what everybody says. Jackie.
Hey.
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward. And then, we need to end this once and for all.
I'll just see what Fujiko says, then we'll go.
Jeez.
I already figured this, but it's best if we don't rely on Monami all that much. She's just saying stupid things, and it'll just make us even more confused. Maybe we should shut her up for good. See, I kind of like the Class Trials because it's like, I have to do no talking whatsoever. Because then at least, I like hearing their voices, I do. That's why I pause every time a line is said. For giggles, Gundam.
Fine.
It's about time I showed my serious side.
Let's make history.
Jeez, how troublesome. But I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of our two fallen comrades. I bloody love Gundam. I love him. I like Fujiko too, actually. Sure, he does start off as a jerk in the first couple chapters, but pretty much after the second chapter, he kind of mellows out. And he kind of actually becomes an intriguing character. He really does.
But in any case,
to the trial we go.
and if I remember right, this trial is really messed up. Extremely messed up.
We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And now I know what I need to do. Where is it? This one. No, it's not this one. Oh, come on. I know you're here someplace. No. It's Assassin's Creed. Here. In any case. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, just like it like makes an earthquake, but then it just goes. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. When it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. Yeah, you're fine. No, I've kind of read ahead somewhat too. And plus, I have seen a Let's Play of this game before. But I do like just going through it myself because I do have kind of a simple phrase or philosophy with it. There is a difference between watching the game and playing it for yourself. There is a big difference. Because, again, you're the one making the decisions and everything. So you can kind of play it how you want to. So, yeah. I mean, even if I'm using guides, it's like, I kind of need to get through this now. But yeah, it's like, I've seen it enough to know, like, what's going on with the plot. But again, doesn't necessarily that anybody else knows what's going on. But, it's fun, to say the least. I did not say that previous line, did I? Oh well. Yeah, you had enough time to read it. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place.
Did you change it again, Monokuma? My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, two people got killed at the same time, and Takamaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother?
That's...
What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin.
Yahoo!
It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
I really like voicing Monokuma. I don't know why, I just do. But yeah, don't expect me talking a lot in this stream, at least, because they're going to be doing a lot of the talking. Because the class trials are completely voiced, as per usual. Which I don't mind, because I do like hearing voices. I really need to watch the anime again. And so, the curtain to the third class trial is about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sakes. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the third class trial is about to open. This life-threatening trial, billing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, I would like to save. Even though I haven't done much, I would still like to save. Alright, I gotta deal with skills here. You, I need. Yeah, that was the one we got from Chiaki. So that one is definitely needed. Excellent blade. Might as well equip them all, because they're all I have right now. That's right, because I think Envious Influence is the one we got from Sonia? I think? Yeah, I think it's the one we got from Sonia. And then Cheat Code was from Chiaki. Which, that one I know is very helpful. So, that one I knew I needed to get. Excellent blade. activating rebel shutdown. Yep. So just to check real quick. Yeah. So I think it was Envian's influence I got from Sonya. Yes. That was hers. And then Chiaki was cheat code. So the one I'm working on is Kazuichi, although I've done some with Nagito. I might keep going with him, though, because it's kind of pointless to do everyone else, because either they're dead, or I don't really have items for them. Although, I may have some stuff Fuihiko likes. I'll see. But in any case. Alright. Well, I know I need to go through those truth bullets again, because I really must. Hello, Rose Power. Hello, Despair. Why are you saying goodbye to it, Lee? But that's just the title of the game. But hey, I'm glad you're here, Lee, to actually experience one of my streams without you being an influence in there, but... now you can see what I'm like on my own, at the very least. Okay, so it's a step ladder. Candle, that was like a light source. Surveillance unit. Yeah, it was extremely hot, because body thing. Yeah, body, because you can't tell the time of death. Hello, Fuihiko. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's go then. Everything's set to kind. Yes, I am set. Let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Really? This is the third time. Do we really have to go through that again?
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
That's exactly what I said, because it's the third time we're here!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Oh yeah, because... Well, yeah, because you were sick.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
He's trying to make us spew about the video, isn't he?
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
Pretty much, because that's what he always does.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Oh yeah, because you were part of this fiasco too. That's right. So, if you weren't here for the last part, both Ibuki, Akane, and Nagito were sick with some called the despair disease. Ibuki was basically like a slave robot because she was like naive or gullible. Akane was constantly crying. Nagito was kind of the weird one because technically his was like a lie one, which is in his nature, so he basically just told even more stupid lies. But he kind of got into critical state, but now these two are fine, because obviously a murder occurred. So yeah, these two are like not in the know.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Kazuichi!
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
I don't think that's something you need to get mad at, Akane. Hachi's like, wait! Like, why? I always like that facial expressions, like, why am I here?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Oh, right.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Take it out the awkward situation. Yeah, let's not go into detail.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
Nagito, how about you just stand there and be quiet? Because that's all you're good for right now.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late.
Because she was
By the
hanging.
time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Where else would you go?
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
That's true.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko.
200 minutes later.
In various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Let's not go there.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Why are you blushing? Why are you blushing? Good gosh, the expressions.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
I'm not sure Nagito just wanted to know because he genuinely didn't know what was going on, or if he just like usually just wants to confuse everybody. Again.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Here we go again. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
That is true, though, because he was really the only one around.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Stop it! Stop it!
Lie? Why would I lie?
Yeah, that's true. Normally he's not one that does.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Just stop, Nagito.
Do you doubt me?
Pig hanging? No, it's like the typical thing if you see somebody commit suicide and they have like the rope hanging on their neck. But no, it's about the hanging. That's what they mean. Not, I don't know. I don't know what you're asking.
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Just as Kansuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Dang it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. This one.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
No! I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere. 'Cause he never saw the movie until the actual investigation. Because he never went to see it. I need to find that and break through. He never saw the movie.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
So clearly he wouldn't have done it like that.
It's a lie.
Nope. This way.
That would also...
I don't think I can... After all, Hajime...
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously because...
Did Hajime kill...
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No, that's wrong.
It would not make sense. He wouldn't have killed the guys the way they did. They were
I'm
killed.
not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
'Cause you never saw it.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Dang it, Nagito!
Huh? Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
But I guess to some degree you did have to get that out of the way at some point. Because otherwise... Yeah, because they were just taking Hajime's word for it. And they didn't know... It would make sense, though, why they would have to get that out of the way right away, though. It makes sense. Sure, it seems like Nagito is just being a confusing person, but it genuinely actually makes sense.
Yes, no mistakes there.
Because somebody very dumbfounded could think, oh, Hajime is telling us the whole thing. He must be the killer.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
That's true.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
No.
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Well, to us it is. To them, it's not.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Well, yeah, for you guys it isn't. Yeah, to you guys it isn't.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Thank you, Chiaki, being the voice of reason. The silent voice of reason.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Thank you, Sonia.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
But in 10 minutes, though? How can you kill somebody in 10 minutes and then hang them up like that?
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Didn't they say, like, 10 minutes?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Thank you.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Yes.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
Maybe?
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Whoa, now.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gonna be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Leave him out of this! He's been gone the whole dang time!
Me too!
Not Akuma.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh?
I don't know, Monami. Just ignore him.
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
I'd be panicking too.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
That is true to an extent. That is the first thing you gotta go with.
Way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
He is trying to help. The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Alright, I need this one.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
They looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Well, if you were dealing with the glob, because the drumstick wasn't the only thing on the door. So if you're dealing with the glob, you could actually be on the outside and do it and seal the door shut. That would actually make better sense. Because you could have just shut the door, insert the shut the door like so that they're like almost not touching, insert the drumstick, put on the glob, shut the door. And you could do that from the outside. Simple as that.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside. No, that's wrong.
Not necessarily. You can't. Not necessarily from the inside.
Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There's a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
Wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glue?
I see. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Why'd you eat it? Seriously?
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
No glue was edible.
I didn't know either.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That's true.
That glue is only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
No?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Yeah.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Yes.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
That one I could see coming.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Yay.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Oh. Oh, is that what you meant by the pig hanging? That's a rabbit. It's a rabbit, not a pig.
So, During the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
No.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Yeah, that's not something you can do quick.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Yes.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Scrap that was stuck on the bad light in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. I gotta spell wallpaper, don't I? It's wallpaper. Oh shoot, I needed that! There we go. Shoot. Oh, crap! No! Oh wait, I need that. Hey! P. Give me an R, give me an R, come on. That's all I need. Oh, shoot. Wow! Wow! Stop it! Oh, finally.
I got it!
Wow. They're getting faster, good gosh.
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper. And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
The scrap of paper stuck to the bad line was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. It's connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. That's because that thing was hidden! Any case. I remember my things here. Move, jump, brake. Okay. Move is the mouse. Accelerates the control key. Brake is right. Jump is left. Oi. Why Hyoko's body suddenly appeared at the crime scene? It was hidden. Hidden. Yeah. Do not fall off. That's a bad idea. What did the killer use to hide her body? Ah, shoot! Wallpaper. 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 Yep. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall? No, they covered the pillar. I think. Yep, they covered it.
It's all coming together. Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Indeed. Just you couldn't notice it.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Just slightly. It was just slightly.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Would have been a lot earlier.
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
It wasn't a masterpiece, it was terrible.
Hey, don't put my my likeness in your movies without my permission.
It's true with anything.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
You say moth, and that says moss.
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them.
Really now? Okay.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Yeah.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie should be mix up the killing order. Because if you do it in that order, it'll be easy to mix it up.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Gundam.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
Gundam.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Oh, Gundam.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Blood.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Evidence?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Or you're just delusional.
You're one to talk.
Exactly. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Blood on the souls. That's what I need.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something.
What?
So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart.
That's a good one. Oh, Kazuichi. Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet...
I am telling you to present...
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the... Was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes!
I agree with
Blood on the souls. Hi, Sonia. Blood on the souls.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Indeed.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Oh, good gravy, Gundam.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
Oh, Gundam, you wonderful person.
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
What? Yeah.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh, Gundam.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words!
I would have kept going, but that's where we need to be.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Indeed.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't make sense.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
No, you can still bleed. You can still bleed after you're dead.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Kazuichi.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
What could you possibly run by Monokuma this time?
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Yes.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Yeah, that is basically the definition of suicide.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Because you're disposable.
What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide.
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Highly doubt it. She was naive and gullible at that time, so I highly doubt it.
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Remember, she was under the despair disease.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Yeah, but she's subject to orders. She doesn't do it on her own.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means
Ibuki would have been alive.
the killer had to be alive at that time.
Indeed.
Then she was alive.
No, you idiot.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
How can you be dead when you're just looking like you're limp on a rope?
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and messed with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Yeah, hanging is kind of a one-time deal. You do it, you're dead.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Don't ask. Just don't.
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh? Yeah.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Well, remember, she was gullible under the despair disease. So it could be?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Well, yeah, it's possible to survive a hanging, but you got a few, like, maybe seconds or minutes before it kind of gets you. Because if you're just dangling in the air, there's not much you can really do. Unless you struggle enough, but I'm not one that commits suicide, so let's leave that out of it.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
Yep.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music video a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Hyoko could have been a lot earlier, though.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
I think it's this one.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane.
And what about the...
Right before the... I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who's... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to...
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No, that's wrong.
Well, you got him and Mikon.
Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Let's not go into that.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Kazuichi.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh no. We're going into this.
Too much info.
Jackie! Yes.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
Basically, yeah. Let's not get into it any
And
further.
we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Pretty much.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap, set by one of us? If so, then, whose? What kind of trap is it? Suspended. But we're gonna keep going, though.
Hiya!
Well, hello there, Monami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. It's too long! It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on! If your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then... I'm Usami. Magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
Who knows? Yes, please. Reopen. Let's resume. Finally.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
I save. A lot. Now shush. Anyways, back to Hajime. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Clearly, because he presents something odd.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Oh, stop it, Nagito.
Man, this again.
Yeah, Akane. I agree.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Because you can only have a max of 2 people.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yes.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
To a degree, yeah.
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand the imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
You're asking an awfully lot of questions, Mikan.
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Well, Hyoko went to the music venue. If that's the key to all of this, we need to find that out, no matter the cost. Room key.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we didn't know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
What? I need to find out why Hiyoko went to the music venue first. But yeah, Sonia.
Go to the music. There's no way.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got a...
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
Sonia. She would know.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Kane, just drop the subject.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't move.
Oh my gosh, Akane!
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes! For the sake of your sanity!
This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Good gosh.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh, no! That's not what I was supposed to hit.
Crap. Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer. That's the proof she was abducted, right?
No.
My gut is totally right after all.
Nope.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was... There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
No!
Allow me to cut through those words.
Sonia! Sonia, help me out here.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
How about not that last option? Actually, how about none of those options?
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Kazuichi? No. Hell no.
Then,
I like
Killer
that.
probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Good gravy.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Oi! Gundam! Bad Gundam!
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Because you're the one getting bullied.
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Mm-hmm. So she couldn't testify. So she'd be spilling the whole thing.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Actually, I'm already suspicious of Mikon. The killer's plan from the very beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close. Why are you staring at me?
Any ideas?
Why are you staring at me?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
Just move on.
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion.
You're fine. You are absolutely fine.
Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
We established this, like, earlier.
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
That's true.
So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Yeah, Fujihiko. Tell him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
That's
Are
great.
you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
Pretty much. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place she kept walking around?
That's strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
Shut up, Mikon. I see, it's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why? Why weren't there any footprints on the... stepladder?
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
No.
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
What?
Did you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
He was just rambling about footprints, and Hajime just caught that from the caught that conversation, and like, wait a minute, there were no footprints on the stepladder. These guys are incredible. Gotta admit, some of these guys are just incredible. What are you talking about? You're obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
Yes.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
It's all down to him. So, just as I thought, it's come down to that. Also coincidental that it's like, okay, obviously the protagonist would have to see the video. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
You're just putting more pressure on him.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
There was some hidden clue in that video. I should have seen something strange as I watched it. The only one who can clear that up. The only one who actually saw that video. It's the only one who can do it. Hidden video that I saw. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Well, discussing what we were just talking about. No blood on the stepladder. There's no blood on the stepladder.
Here!
No blood at all. Sure, there's no hair, but
That's right,
no blood.
There was definitely something strange about that video.
There was no blood.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier.
There was no blood. None.
It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Because there was no blood.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Indeed.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
Yep.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Well, you could easily find one at the supermarket.
And one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
Indeed.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something. Here we go again. I hate this so damn much. I know what I'm spelling, though. It's filming location. Of course. Film. Get me an eye here, come on. Ooh, gosh. No! No! Oh, shoot, I needed that letter. Gosh darn it. Pause. Okay. I need a T. Need a T. Okay. No, shoot. No, 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 no. Ah! Shoot. Ah! Oh, finally. Oh. I am doing terrible on these things.
That's right.
Hi.
Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
Be hopeful they weren't going so dang fast.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Yeah, to a degree, actually. Nor shows that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? So camera music venue took it with them. Time for logic dive. This I don't mind. Camera. Nope! Ah, gosh, dang it. Hey. Music venue. Brakes. Really? I fell through the floor? You kidding me? Okay, at least I got that path. No! No, 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 no. Took it with them. Hi! Bloody.
It's all coming together.
That was torture.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue.
Yep.
With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Smashed it. I think the killer did to the main monitor was destroyed it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
Give me one moment.
My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And smashed it as well.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue was amazing enough.
Which means, even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitted to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? Well, where was the one place Chiaki was? Possibility is that place inside that building. And here we go again. Hate this thing. At least I know what I'm spelling, thankfully. Get rid of you right away. O-N. F-E-R. E. E-N-C-E. Oh shoot, I needed that. Yay! Didn't have mistakes that time, thankfully. Thankfully. Is they're actually moving a bit slower this time.
It was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? The conference room?
But yes, the conference room.
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
Curtain!
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. How to make that make clear what that work was.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
In order to make the hospital conference room resemble the music venue, what did the killer do? Figure that out first.
There's no way the conference and the music venue.
Which place was it? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it. What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident,
It was just a black curtain.
it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
I love the banter between these two.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
Yep.
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out,
It's enough.
it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage.
Oh.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor match.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. Candle. Candle, 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 candle.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
To an extent.
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence.
What
The
evidence,
lighting
though?
in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
Nope.
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect.
That makes sense.
With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
Not necessarily.
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been the Ibuki in the conference room.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
Correct.
It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
You're looking worried over there, Mikan.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. And no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set a trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Wait a minute.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. Come here, you fool! Come here! Come here!
You're the only one! Mikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
Because if you look at the way circumstances were, right as Hajime went to the lobby, Mikon was going upstairs. Guess what turned on? Appropriate reaction.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
Anyone can be the killer for under the right circumstances.
A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Yes, fake an alibi.
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room.
Yes.
Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right?
Then, if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room.
Bingo!
That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
Yeah, and he didn't see anybody.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Correct.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Mikon.
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
Oh, stop it.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows you can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Why do you keep calling her a chick?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
What?
Even I can't deny that.
Girl, you got serious problems. And I kind of know her backstory too, so that makes it worse.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone.
I'm not buying you, girl.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Yes.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
This is awkward. Everyone's ganging up on me. That's just because she's shy and a constant crier. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No. In fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
The eyes. Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with a suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Oh boy.
What? Are you serious? I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
Yeah. Please.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
For me, not necessarily for them.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, for Monokuma, it's a game, of course.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
Pretty much. Should be locked up.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
Oh.
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Choked her. Choked her to
The
death.
killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
So in other words, the cause of death was wrong. She wasn't hanged. She was strangled.
The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Didn't look close enough, I guess.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So, this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Because... Again, it's because that would make the cause of death wrong. Instead of hanging, she was strangled. Nagito's words contain a decisive clue? Is that really true? Because it wasn't hanging, it was strangling. So, in other words, it's a lie!
She didn't die from hanging.
The rope is a lie!
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Indeed, we
The body at
did.
the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
That's true.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
That's true. The Monokuma file didn't explicitly say it. It only did the marks. It did not say the cause of death. Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. That fact is decisive proof that will lead to the killer. But wait. Let me look at that quick. Just so I'm not... Cause of death was crushed windpipe as a result of choking. So yeah, so it didn't explicitly say it was hanging or strangulation. It was just choking. So that could go either way. Genius. Is that true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the still hanging and straight the scars they leave. Scars?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
It's a lie!
Yeah.
It's a lie! And yes, Kazuichi, I'm agreeing with you again.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
It's a lie! The cake is a lie, the rope is a lie, everything's a lie! Okay, I'll stop now. There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's death was being hanged. Cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right?
Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
Indeed.
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
Ultimate nurse.
You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
Oh, stop it.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
Cause gullible.
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
Indeed.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
Don't think it's that easy.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Huh?
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
Disappointment.
Let's see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer.
Okay, how about you prove yourself, Missy?
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Yep, just go with it, Hajime. Go for it.
Stop it already! That's enough!
How about you stop it?
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Indeed.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Thank you, Akane. You're defenseless, Mikan.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
But... okay, your face just suddenly got creepy.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Suddenly psychopath.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Jackie.
Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
That's what you don't say.
Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
Psycho Eyes.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Well, right now she is.
I'm not the killer. The video. I never filmed that video.
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
What could it be? What's this Chiaki's going all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. We don't need any of these.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Hair.
Oh, do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Hello, werewolf
Just
gamer.
from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. The only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Oh, deep is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
A lot of them just don't make any sense.
Your proof? You could tell her body type under the... Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
Camera angle. Because all that other stuff was common things. But, camera angle. Should be the only one that knows.
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
Yeah. So if Hajime was the only one, how would you know about the camera angle?
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Yeah.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Gotcha.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen
Because she knew.
because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Ah.
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
I don't think crying's gonna help you.
Huh? 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 Huh?
What?
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
She is so creepy. Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
That's the same thing.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
Yup.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Because she filmed it.
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Yes.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible, don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third Pen Talk Action, PTA. This is probably going to be my last job during the class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one more last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with the left mouse button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. Without bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. You have to refresh your bullets by pressing the tab key to reload. By locking on, press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Controls are the same as the left mouse button. Mash the tempo marker by either pressing the tab key, and the number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the tab key, the bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Unless your ammo is completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Yes. Yes, she has.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
No. How about no? I ain't gonna forgive you, and I never will. I'm like Nagito there. Oh dear. For once I'm in the same boat as Nagito. Oh no. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. Gotta do something so I can make her admit it.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me.
I don't know why I hit space.
Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You are done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. There's only one bag. If you want
Theater
to
bonus
at
prize.
the same time,
This is the end. Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one tote bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to pay customers with bonus prices.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, Just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
I'm gonna wait for the phone to die off. Is it of my concern? It is not my concern. I really wish there wasn't a phone in here. Are you done? Yes, you're done. Anyways.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over.
Okay, that is coincidence. Neighbor's phone and this phone ran at the same time. Yeah, that's coincidence. Telemarketers. That's what they do.
After I go over your crimes from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
And let's go. Nope. Expression doesn't figure. Think it over again. Okay, that's a double. Double, double. That's a double. That's a double. This one. What else is left? Camera. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
There we go.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music video. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music video, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. the killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point.
Mm-hmm.
The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
I don't get it.
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you.
What?
This feeling of despair.
Okay then.
Mikon, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Voting. A B. Of bloody course. I got a C on that. Wow. That was probably one of the Hangman's Gambit. Nah, whatever.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
It be Mikan.
Well now.
Now then! Though it may be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again! That's like 3 in a row! That's right! The true identity of the horrifying blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki!
Damn it.
You gotta be kidding me! Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan! Did you lie to us all along?
Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Please don't laugh. It's creepy. Don't laugh! Say something! This is going nowhere!
What's going on?
This chick!
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
what?
Mikan too, you say?
I
know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. The stare so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Well, hold on! Did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Oh! Oh yeah, with that. Body is heavy. No, not just heavy, it's soft and really hot. Hot, because she had a fever. Fever. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means, Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? What? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
What?
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about?
If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value.
Still creepy.
They loved me.
Still creepy.
I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full.
Of course, we're playing the pronoun game here.
This is my reciprocation.
This is getting weird.
I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly
It's love.
what love is all about.
Hey,
I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Oh!
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me,
how amazing.
it's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love. Only love.
Could it be?
Nagito. Is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
this is...
Seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair.
You were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because, thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved.
Remember?
Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom.
Which means you had the remembering disease?
But
But if this means you remembered something and ended up like this,
such despair.
are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island?
Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. It was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the heck are you talking about? I got one idea. Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this, all because you remembered? There's no way I could believe that. There's no way. The person you are right now is the real Mikan.
Oh, you still doubt me? Then, to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about that World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know?
Not no, I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along, how that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation.
Future Foundation? Future. That's right. The symbol in Ancient Ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future.
Hey,
Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning?
As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know!
As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, mon ami?
Eh?
You...
I knew it! Monami, Monokuma. They're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they?
Woohoo! Monami and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Pretty much.
That's not creepy.
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan. You really do remember. And you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us.
Of course I know that. Let's see. The Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is...
Oh?
Oh well, nobody really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
Ah, hell no!
You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends.
Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything.
Huh?
I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending the time with up till now?
The past.
Past?
That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys considered that thing a friend.
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self.
That's...
Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are...
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. The story about our stolen school lives.
hey, hey!
So, it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much.
Well, why don't you just take your sweet time, member, at your own pace?
Oh?
Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed!
Punishment time?
Turn? Why? Mikan! Why does that end like this? It's too pointless. It's too much.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Tsumiki!
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Still creepy.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
And time to watch this. And she's laying in a bed. Okay. Bye-bye, ouchies. Okay. Okay. It's a giant robotic hand. She's done. And we have a butt. Anyways. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hyoko Sayonji was Mikan Sumiki. She's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Is that her true form? Or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
Doesn't matter either way. She ended up like that from remembering. And all along, Mika was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
Even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So, let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsed in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. And she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was a traitor, too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. Mika was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monami looks right now.
I'm not fine at all!
But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation. So you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say that you're different than Monami.
Phew!
Who cares about who I am? More important, I'm tired. The driver just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye is made out of black beans?
Hey.
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups. But if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event.
Special event?
Head over to the First Islands Beach. An old friend will be waiting there.
Old friend. Huh? Could it be? Nekomaru?
hey.
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all.
Safe. How should I say this?
I knew it. I knew that crazy Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. I'm starting to see the light of hope.
Light of hope. I'm happy that Nekomaru's returning to us, but I...
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Sonia.
However,
Even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. Hey, Supreme Order Ward of who gives a dang. That line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
I shall crush you into dust.
Ibuki, Hyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us.
don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
Right?
Then, let's all go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have the aftereffects of that disease? I don't get this at all.
Kane.
All right.
Alrighty then, let's go!
Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Man! They just ran off without listening to what I had to say!
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them. Including Nekomaru's body. Huh? Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking.
Honestly, I probably would have stuck around. And someone like, does he have more to say or not? Because seriously, I would just be like, hey, you coming? I'm like, give me a moment. I think I left something. Go to Monokuma. You had more to say, didn't you? And yeah.
So, if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility.
And you made a bear pun. Wonderful.
What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him. That's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So, it just could be helped.
Yes, we are sticking around for that. No worries. Wow, people. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry! To the beach on the first island!
All right!
But yes, we are sticking around for this. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself!
Listen,
We have come to pick you up. Please, hurry up and come out of hiding.
We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. So on and so forth, we kept looking for him. But,
Hey!
what the heck, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Did we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. Heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
So funny.
could it be?
That voice.
With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable. The faces on everyone over there.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Yep!
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Yep! He's a robot. He's a robot, dude. For how ridiculous this game gets, it is... And Sonia sounds like she's having a heart attack! And then Sonia sounds like she's having a heart attack. That's funny. 9 days left. Well, that was intriguing to say the least. Nine left. Huh, 9 students, 9 days. Ain't that something? Obtained present. Oh. Nurse's apron. Yes, please. We were hoping things would progress smoothly. That's right. A common, ordinary progression would have been just fine. Like, for example, an enemy's lair crumbling right after you defeat the final boss, or your dead friend suddenly reappearing. It would have been just fine if things had progressed like that. That's the kind of old-school progression we were hoping for. Not this unreasonable turn of events.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai. I've been reborn in the rivers of hell.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go through this until it's like, get to the point with the restaurant.
Nekomaru? Is that you?
Oh, we're still on this. Okay.
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me.
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
We're still on this.
Jeez.
Jeez, you guys are a strange lot. You all have such big, wide eyes. Oh, perhaps you've all fallen in love with this metallic body of mine. I already know what you want to say just by looking in your eyes. Then again, I am a former team manager. She's still having a heart attack. Huh? What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost or something.
No.
Hey, man, don't go scaring Miss Sonia with that strange mask. As he raised his stammering voice, Kazuichi grabbed onto Nekomaru's head and...
I already know.
Come on, take it off. Oh, 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 oh. Stop it! Stop it!
Hey, hey.
Huh? I want to come off. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Holy crap, it's not just for show!
Pure electricity!
It's not just for show. It's pure electricity. I've been reborn as pure electricity. Jeez. Appropriate reaction. If you're seriously Nekomaru,
Damn it.
that's my fault, right? You ended up getting a body like that, and it's all my fault, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, Nekomaru, I don't know how to apologize for this. Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff happens when you're alive.
You serious?
You're too upbeat. Is this really okay? If you keep sweating the small stuff, you're going to end up getting more gray hairs.
Hey, hey.
Commenting on every little thing he does is a waste of time.
Hey.
But if you're really Nekomaru, right? You came back for us, right? That's right! I've resurrected from the depths of hell in shining silver!
You...
How are you even okay with that? It doesn't even compare to my eye patch. How can you accept that body?
Oh.
It's better to just be alive.
Huh?
It's better to just be alive. Hey, don't you agree? If I'm alive, I can still talk to you all. If I'm alive, I can still fight.
Show some spirit.
It doesn't matter what happens to my body. Not one bit.
Amazing.
You're amazing. Nekomaru's brimming with hope. It's better to just be alive. I do understand what Nekomaru's saying, but no matter how he makes sense of this, it's just too weird. This isn't a novel or a movie. This is reality. Can something this unexplainable really be allowed to happen? No, instead... Why did this happen?
Anyway, I'm glad. That's fine, right? Right? Nakamura definitely came back to us.
What's this?
My! And I interrupted your touching reunion! Why is Nakamura a robot?
Hey,
Unfortunately, it was truly difficult to save Nakamura from the jaws of death. But they don't call me the psychopop magician for nothing.
oh my goodness!
Oh my
Such
god!
a wonderful before and after has occurred.
I would have said that, but he said it for me. It appears to be a little too dramatic. Thanks to that, I am getting stabbed by all these envious stares.
Hey.
Hey, if you're really a robot, what's going on with your thought process? Is that a program too? Then what happened to the other stuff, like your self-awareness and... Fool! How many times do I have to tell you that it doesn't matter? No matter what shape or form I take, I am Nekomaru Nidai! Is he going to power through the rest of his life with his new abilities? That kind of reaction, it looks like you really are self-aware. That means his technology is insane! I've never seen or heard of anything like this before!
What the commoner considers advanced is not much of an advancement. If you think advancements exist in colleges and laboratories, that's a huge misunderstanding. The real advancements exist in the place where you can pass on that talent.
Hey.
And you're saying that's you? Were you really that amazing?
You.
Stop admiring him. You stupid stuffed toy, don't go screwing with people's bodies like that!
What?
Hold on. If you harm Monokuma, you're going to...
Ooh, you intended to find me yet again? You're quite the barbarian.
Disappear!
Jeez. This time you will definitely fall prey to my Monokuma bazooka.
And here we go with us again. Once again, the world shook and turned stark white. So the surrounding environment and all sound was blown away by the impact, turning everything completely white. Within that whiteness, I heard that voice yet again.
Nekomaru!
That is indestructible.
That didn't faze me at all!
He's indestructible.
Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
Hey.
Are you serious? He took that blast and doesn't even have a single scratch. Awesome! He's seriously a real robot! Hey, can you let me disassemble you? Disassemble you? Can you let me disassemble you and show me your insides?
No, thank you!
If I get disassembled, I'll end up dying.
By the way...
I suppose I should fill you in. Even though he's a robot now, if Nekomaru is killed, it still wouldn't count as a murder, okay?
Of course!
Of course it's possible that Nekomaru might kill someone instead.
Don't say such foolish things. That will never happen.
Well, with all that in mind, you guys enjoyed the killing school trip together.
Let's get along.
Once again, I hope we can all get along.
It's impossible.
It's gonna be a while before I can mentally process this.
Will Nekomaru ever return to his original form? If that's the case, it is a burden for Nekomaru.
Jeez.
Hey, it's not like I came back as a monster. I'm just a robot now, you know?
I'm sorry, I can't really see a difference.
Uh-huh.
Well, just consider this a little promotion. By making a robot one of the main characters, a genuine mystery is transformed into a sci-fi mystery. And the hard-boiled is transformed into cyberpunk. You're totally destroying the genres. Oh well, who cares? As long as it's fun, it's totally fine.
As I listened to Monokuma's boisterous laugh, once again I was forced to accept. This island is not the day-to-day world I know. It's a bad world where the strange is accepted as normal. Causes, reasoning, circumstances, foreshadowing. These things don't apply here at all. That's what it means to live in a mad world. Chapter 4. Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? Daily life. I sworn we gathered at the hotel restaurant like we always do. And stop here, stop here, stop here. Nope, I am stopping. Yeah. We are stopping there. Because let us not continue on. We'll save that for next time. Yep, we're stopping there for now. So, as of right now, I do not know when the next stream will be. I am hoping maybe Friday, for sure. Although, then again, it may not be Danganronpa, but we'll see. But yeah, I want to try to get through Danganronpa now as quickly as possible, because, well, my laptop is here, and I don't have to worry. I don't want to worry about the saves. I don't want to worry about starting over again. So, I'm going to try to deal with that. I'm going to try to deal with Danganronpa first, and then worry about transferring everything over to my laptop. But I'll get done everything that I can. So, Friday, it may either be a normal run of Danganronpa, like I usually do with the way the parts are split, or it may be just a big grind where I basically just combine the daily life part and then, like, the start of, like, where the killing's about to happen. Because, if I remember right, this chapter is a little bit confusing on how the stuff works. Like, what's daily life and where it starts to get into the killing. Because of the way this chapter is set up. So, that may be all one day. Where it's dealing with the daily life, dealing all the free time stuff. The murder occurs, we do the investigation. That'll might be one big stream. But we gotta see what happens. Mostly if I started early enough. But in any case, I'm gonna get going because it is getting really late for me. So, yeah. But in any case, I'm Melissa Mark, aka Tara's Mistress, and we were playing Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, in the 3rd Class Trial. In that way, stay awesome, buddies. Bye, everyone. Thanks to those that came by, and those that stuck around. So, yes. See you later, folks. Cheers, mates, and adios, amigos.